Hey, welcome back. So, I've been consolidating some stuff here, getting rid of some um, like the hands, some of the artwork, uh, updating some others. So, what I did is I consolidated. Before I had the left hand and the right hand as two different objects, and both of them had their unique code that said, if you're at this location, then move in this direction, and once you reach that direction, move in this direction. So that gave the kind of bobbing up and down effect. And then when you punched, when the hand actually arrived at such X and Y coordinate, if the enemy existed, then it would do damage and make the sound and all that. So I've reworked it, and I'm going to, obviously the text and all that stuff is going to be different. I mean, this whole story, this is just some baloney I came up with real quick just to kind of show what what I was kind of going for. So all this artwork's again just placeholders, the story, the hot dog man, all that. This is just for testing purposes. So as you'll see, there's no longer this one solid hand. Um, and this other hand, I mean, it looks like it right now, but it's actually a whole animation, one object. So when I press the punch button, it punches. Um, and then when I want to drink a potion or stamina, I want to replace the stamina, that animation is just changing instance, and then once it gets to the last frame, it goes back to the idle animation. Now I have some buttons here set up to take away life and mana or power and stamina without actually punching or swinging or getting hit, just for testing purposes. So as you can see, I replaced the one arm that was for healing, and again they were two separate objects, so I've consolidated it, just trying to get a little bit more efficient. And this animation, it's kind of a little awkward. I got the potion going right here. I'll move it over a little bit um, when I touch the artwork for the hands and stuff again. And then as you can see, all of them got redone. I still need to do the one for the food, but there's going to be different food items, and different food items have different effects. Um, so be looking out for that, because it's going to be some cool stuff. Anyways, so I just wanted to show, this is a totally different object. I am working that stuff. Like, for instance, there's the axe. That's kind of what the original artwork looked like, just a placeholder. And when I switch back, so it's back to this. So when I touch this again, I'll do a different axe maybe. Instead of this wand here, I'll get rid of that and replace it with a much better looking wand in the hand. And again, the stuff I'm replacing it with will probably be placeholders as well. I'm really not going to hit the artwork too hard until I get closer to release, which I'm aiming for about May 15th. Um, Hopefully, no setbacks. But that's development. Setbacks happen, and again, just continually learning every day, and a lot of trial and error, lots of tutorials, reading the like the diction not dictionary, but the help section of GMS2, really understanding functions. So I just try to absorb everything that I can, just to further my understanding. But also, you'll notice that the option no longer displays until after the text is done. And I know this is after watching this 1,000 times now. I, I need to I got to code in something there where if I hit the enter button, it just flies to the end and then pops up the option. Nothing too complex, just not at the top of my list of priorities, which it should move it that way. Seeing as you see the option popped up, I should move that way and get that done as soon as possible to speed up, testing purposes. But again, as you can see, it's working. The option's not popping up until all the text is read. And this will be a combination of narrative. So if you know a good voice actor, um, reasonably priced, I may be looking for some voice acting to get done. Um, yeah, so I'll just play through it real quick while we're sitting here. Now, right now, I don't, for this new object, I don't have the damage done, so when you punch it, it's not damaging anything yet. But I'll get to it sometime this week. Again, I'm going after things that I feel are most important at the current time. So I already know how to do the damage. So I want to address it when I implement my turn-based system that I created over the weekend. So I'll address it all at once. And I'm going to just switch to the axe just to kill this dude real quick. I could have let him hit me, but I'm not going to restart so we don't have to sit through all that text again. And again, taking your items all still works. Drink your health potion. And again, I have it coded to where if you only have one and you drink one, it will take this away. I just have it commented out right now, uh, just to make sure that that code continues to work. So you go through the door, and as you can see now, it takes you to the next room, and then there will be another text box or some narration or something, describing that these rooms are available. Maybe there will be some sort of obstacle or a mini game or something like that to get a key to one of these rooms. And I've got the map all mapped out. So as you progress through here and unlock doors and go through the different mini games and stuff like that, the map will start to reveal itself. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. And again, this is responding to my key presses, but it's going to be turn-based combat, so key presses aren't even going to matter. Um, better drink health. In fact, I got buttons programmed to um, take away health. I thought I did full health. Maybe not. Regardless, so yeah, it'll be turn-based, and yeah, so you won't be pressing buttons to attack. And maybe I'll have a harder difficulty mode where you do have to press buttons, and maybe a little timer. You have a certain amount of time to react. Um, I don't know, but I really like the turn-based combat idea, uh, just to give it more of that dungeon roguelike, Dungeons and Dragons, storybook kind of telling deal. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good night.